right, guys, we are here. Underground St. Louis is here. Building 2 of Lemp Brewery. Okay, this is the Bottle Works building, okay, where they did all the bottle works and stuff like that. So we're here with St. Louis Paranormal Research Society, okay, and we're going to go down to the basement where there has been confirmed paranormal activity. Okay,
I am here because I want to once and for all prove to Sam that ghosts does not exist. And we got our man with the magic fingers, Booster, here because he loves ghosts more than anybody I know.
He hates this shit.
He really does not. I don't like haunted houses. I don't like that. I do not like green eggs and ham.
So we're gonna take Booster down, and we got Mark Farley here from St. Louis Paranormal Research Society, who just knows everything about haunted history of STL. So he's gonna take us down there. He's gonna show us, and he's gonna go into the story. We're gonna take you guys in the story too. We are literally about to go deep.
I know
the basement. I know. You ready?
My God.
I'm ready. What are you gonna do if you see a ghost, though? What are you gonna do?
Probably drop some fruit in my looms and then head for the nearest exit.
All right, let's go. Come on. Why would you do? We are here with Dr. Mark Farley, okay, and you run St. Louis Paranormal Research Society.
Yes.
Give us a little background on how you got into this and what you guys are all about.
Well, what it was I was an aeronautical engineer. I have a degree in aeronautical maintenance engineering from SLU, and I was working for the airlines as an aircraft mechanic. I was avionics, aircraft electrician, and after 9/11, the airline industry kind of tanked. And I was working for TWA. I got laid off from TWA, the American Airlines merger. I was working for a smaller airline. And in 2010, I got laid off. And everybody in the ghost hunting community came to me and said, hey, since you got this electronics background, can you build this specialty ghost hunting equipment for me? And I started doing it. And I was building night vision cameras for people and other stuff. And I was just able to roll that into a tour business. And all the equipment that we use on tours that we hand out to people, most of it I build.
Ooh, you got us like in the mood right now to take the tour. I do.
Booster's he's not happy now.
I'm losing some color.
It's cool. It's fine. So you don't believe.
Paler? I feel like I'm paler.
So you got us in the mood. I know we're gonna go in more detail while we go in there. But can you give us an overview, or where are you gonna take us? Like, what's going on? What's the process now?
Okay, I'm going to take you into Building 2.
Okay.
The basement of Building 2, and it's a creepy basement. And during the COVID shutdown, quarantine, I was able to do a lot of research on a serial killer called the Package Killer, and we were able to link him to the basement of that building. And we know of 6 victims, and at least 5 of those victims we think were murdered in that basement.
Okay.
And I will show you I'll show you firsthand the things that make us think that.
Okay.
Wow. All right. You ready? Are you ready?
All
right. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go find some ghosts. Yeah. This is fucking nuts. Dude, we're about to get nutty in this bitch.
This is just door 1.
And here we go. Okay, who wants to go down the dark, creepy tunnel first?
Why don't you guys go ahead of me? See what the humidity is like. So this is the basement?
So this is where it happened, where these are where the murders actually happened.
This is where this was one of the definitely happened. Now, the thing, the murders, between 1990 and 93, they were finding these women shoved in plastic barrels and wooden crates.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff you find in the warehouse. Their hands and feet were bound with Connex cable. The brewery is loaded with Connex cable. Matter of fact, the office that we were in earlier, when I remodeled it, I must have removed 100 feet of it from the walls. Really? There's actually an example over here of it hanging down. There it is right here. Basically, the only thing what Connex cable is old computer cable, old phone cable. It comes in different diameters.
And that's what they were finding the victims actually.
They were finding their hands and feet were bound with them.
Oh wow.
And their body, as I said, the bodies were being dumped out past I-70 on Winsville.
Yeah.
Highway 61 up.
The cops were kind of saying that they were doing that because they knew the serial killer never knew to put the bodies across precincts to make it harder to find and triangulate the location of the victims.
Well, it's kind of weird today because everybody's so connected. Back in the 90s, and then they didn't have that. So if something happened over in St. Clair County, they would never know, they would never be linked into over in St. Louis County.
Yeah.
Because they never communicated.
Yeah. I mean, they were finding women in like homemade boxes.
Yes.
And wrapped in mattresses and
Yes.
this and that. Sometimes the body's been decayed for days, months.
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The mattress was the first one, and I think what he started doing was he started perfecting this technique. So he shoved them in the plastic barrels, and they would just sit there, and as it decayed, it just kind of, it just amplified or sped up the decay of the body, and it made it very hard to identify.
Yeah.
And back then, they didn't have DNA testing, so they couldn't it made it hard to make a positive idea of it.
That's crazy.
So, if you're going to torture somebody, come in here.
Oh God. Okay.
Everything's fine.
The walls, this was the revenue. That's how it shows up on the old blueprints. And every drop that the Lemp Brewery produced got piped through this building here, through this tunnel. And you can see right here, old standoffs on the wall that held the pipes. You can see in the floor where they had fixtures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indent, yeah.
Now this was refrigerated. And back in the 1900s, the best insulation they had was natural cork. This is natural cork. And it's 6 inches thick, and it was 9 inches thick on the ceiling.
So if they were screaming,
You'd never hear this.
No,
Is awesome
no.
sound baffling. And the reason why they plastered over this like this, the brewery did, was this is extremely flammable. If we light this on fire, I doubt we can get out of this tunnel.
in time, yeah.
So this was a way of fireproofing it. But if you're down here screaming, even though I'm echoing here, we've done tests. I had people down here screaming their head off. One's he's a Sojay police officer, my best buddy. He's down here screaming. And he's a big dude. We couldn't hear him outside the building.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you could torture somebody all day long down here. No one in this basement.
Okay. All right, let's see the pit. You ready to see the pit? Come on, big guy.
Let's go see the pit.
Let's go see the pit.
The pits are the
Oh wow. What I did for last year.
I have had people get locked in.
Okay.
And so with the ladder, and I've been locked in, and what the ladder does is I can put the ladder right here, and you can climb out.
Okay.
Okay? But this is the pit right here. And
So this is allegedly where we think
Right.
he kept his victims,
Mhm.
right in here, and then he would come down.
he come back, he could throw food over to him.
He didn't even have to.
Right. Now here's the thing too. This is Connex cable right here.
Okay.
And what is that doing attached to a elevator that was built in 1900? Did you hear that?
I heard that, yeah.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Something doesn't like,
didn't
I heard it, yeah. It was.
yeah, something doesn't like us being on it. Now here, you can see we got some of the old Dr. Pepper cans down here still that we didn't pull them all out.
Here, if you want to get on in here.
Here, I'll tell you what. Now I'll raise this up. Just be careful. I don't want you to fall in. It's like a 3-foot drop. But there's one of the Dr. Pepper cans that we found right there. Cigarette. I mean, packs of cigarettes we found down here. And one day, what I want to do is there's an old drain right there. I want to take a shot back and suck that drain out.
So this is where he would have kept
Right.
whoever.
Now, you don't realize that what you're standing on here, it almost looks like an old board
Mhm.
or an old piece of cardboard,
Mhm.
but this is a foam mattress that has decayed, disintegrated.
Which one of the bodies was found wrapped
In
in.
a mattress.
Mattresses.
But I think this is what they slept on. Now look over here. What's that?
That's a shoe print. Is it a scuff mark? Claws.
That's a handprint.
Handprint.
You look over here, somebody was clicking off days. Here.
Like a calendar,
Yeah,
basically. Is there initials?
that's the initial version.
Have you, not to give too much away, have you found initials? Like, have you tied them to one of the victims
Yeah.
or one of the 11? Yeah, you have. Oh wow.
Get out the way so you can make the shots. You guys
Oh my game. This is heavy. This is crazy.
Now we have a blue light in here. And I want, if you shut your main lights off. Oh crap. Watch this. Go ahead and shut yours off. What's this look like up here? There's handprints. We only saw that when we put the blue light in, but there's handprints right here. If you look at it.
The oils from their hands
Yeah.
left a mark. That's
Nice.
All right, so that's the pit. Lights back on, please.
And this is the one thing, they talk about Connex cable. Why is this tied to the bottom of the elevator?
I don't know.
What does this serve?
What
that
is
was
that?
that was where they
Yeah.
were found tied with Connex cable.
I think what he did with this was this is what he affixed, they said most of the people were asphyxiated. I think that's what he used to torture them with it. I mean, you're a serial killer choking somebody to death is a power trip for them. They choke you, you're about dead, they let it go. Then you gain, you get your breath back, and they choke you again. This guy was arrested 7 times in the 1980s for the torture and rape of prostitutes. He was never convicted because prostitutes don't make good court witnesses.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was doing. He was maybe stringing them up here and torturing them, using this to tie their hands so they couldn't get away. But
whoever this man was, he had access to all of this before it was opened back up and all that kind of stuff. So, and he knew where to take them. He knew the history behind it. So he had to be, in a sense, like a mad scientist himself, like that genius borderlines insanity.
they talk about it. I'm sure you were telling me you read about this in the book for time.
Yes.
The guy was smart.
Yeah.
He wasn't educated, but he was smart.
So, guys, we're down here. We're in the building right now. We're down in the basement. This is like me, I know stories, everything I think, not 100% proven. I'm getting like this a little bit. Like I don't like it down here. There is negative energy down here. At least that's how I'm feeling right now. How are you feeling?
I don't know. I got like a pain in my side, so I'm not really sure what's happening.
Get out of here. No,
I don't know. It's definitely something, folks. I gotta be honest with you. It's not nothing.
It's
feeling
It's
it.
crazy. And you know what? Mark knows his shit. If you guys are out there, and if you guys love, paranormal stuff, if you guys do paranormal research, love supernatural things, hit up Mark at St. Louis Paranormal Research Society. He does ghost tours. He'll bring you to different places like this. We're hoping to do many more episodes like this. But yeah, he not only knows his stuff about the paranormal, he knows his history, and he knows the stories behind these places that make them so great. So we're gonna come on down here. You want to see some more? What kind of evidence have you seen down here? Well, I mean, this is all, yes, it's good to kind of, this would be great to torture somebody, and this would be great to hide bodies and shit like that, in a fucked up way. But what have you seen that tells you there's paranormal activity here?
Well, we have the basement is lined with cameras. These are trail cameras. And up in the corner, you'll see infrared video cameras.
Okay.
And a lot of people ask me what the beach balls are for down here. We watch these move on camera. There is no air current down here whatsoever.
I was going to say, the air is very, very still.
Yes. And we'll watch these beach balls move. Now, this camera right here captured the best photo of a shadow person I've ever seen. And anybody I show it to in the paranormal community, it's like, oh my God, this photo, the shadow figure is right up on the camera. You can see facial details in its face. And it's not a person, because this is an infrared camera. If you're captured under infrared light, you glow bright light. It almost looks like you're superimposed on the picture. This thing is just right there. It's almost like he's looking into the camera.
I do think it was a man.
I think that was one of the women.
Okay.
People have been shoved down here. People have been scratched down here. I've had him charge me down. The shadow figure is charged. And he hasn't tried to, maybe he's trying to hurt me, and I haven't just allowed him to do it. But he's definitely not a pleasant spirit down here.
Yes.
And we were doing an EVP session down here, and we asked the ghost down here, are you afraid to talk to us? We were talking to the female ghost, and you could hear very clearly on the tape, he's here. And that is what started to make us suspect there was a second ghost, and it was a male. I've come down here, had to get my phone at 2:30 in the morning. I left it down here. I'm coming down these stairs right here.
Yeah.
I hear under the stairs in this area is a voice. It's a female voice, and it said, help me. So I come down here, I get my phone, longest 5 minutes of my life looking for this phone. I'm coming back up the stairs to leave. As I come here, I hear the same female voice, don't leave.
Oh, wow.
I left.
Yeah.
Not nice, but
Oh, shit.
it's right here. And the video camera we have right there, the night vision camera, we've seen mist form down here.
Yeah.
If you look at it, the temperature is pretty constant down here.
Yeah.
And there's no air moving, but you're seeing mist form. You're seeing
This is pretty sealed off
Yeah.
too. Yeah, where is it all coming from?
We
And
don't know.
they're probably trying to manifest. They got the battery back there that they're pulling off. Wow.
or they're just down here. This is where they spent the final days of their lives. Some of these women were held captive for 5 months.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being trapped in here for 5 months?
Well, you start going crazy. You start
Not even at night. I can't
Yeah.
imagine just
You
standing
can't. If
here
you're
for
down
like
in the
a
dark,
night.
you can't tell whether it's night or day.
No.
Yeah.
You can't tell. This place, when the lights are off, it's pitch black. You can't see your hand in front of your face.
I'm not gonna lie, my palms are sweating right now.
Oh man.
Can I ask you? I just want to ask one question while we're down here. What do you think creates a ghost? Because obviously, if every single person that ever died became a ghost, we would end up with millions and millions of them. What do you think? Is it violent death? Is it regret? Is it?
To be honest with you, I really don't know. I have some ideas. You hear the common theories like they had some unfinished business or a violent death like Gettysburg, the battlefield of Gettysburg. People died suddenly. Like nursing homes, we're talking about the nursing homes. in that case, like prisons too, a lot of prisons are haunted. And I think what happens, like in the case of nursing homes and prisons, is these people get in a routine every day. I mean, go to a nursing home and lunch is 5 minutes late. You'll see some agitated people there. And they're in the same routine every day, especially a prison. Their whole life is based on routine. You get them out of that routine, they don't know what to do. And they pass away. And they pass away quietly. They may just not realize they passed away. They just continue that same routine over and over and over again. And they're just kind of like trapped in a loop. Especially with elderly people in homes. They live in their home every day. They got a routine. Only thing in a haunted house, you hear of attachments. Well, only thing in a haunted house is the spirit is attached to a house. That's a haunting. I've seen spirits attached to furniture, personal possessions. But for a lot of things, it's just people I think they just really don't realize they can cross over yet. Or there's a reason why they don't want to cross over. Like if you commit suicide, what happens after you commit suicide? You're automatically damned. Well, why do you want to go to hell if you can stay in this plane? Why do you want to cross over?
We just wrapped up with Dr. Mark Farley on See a Ghost Story. I'm telling you, this is crazy. I
don't know about you guys, I feel a little bit braver with everyone down here, but if I was by myself after hearing all that, I would not be able to handle it. I'd just be clawing at the door.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm going to spend the night down there. I got my baggie here, so I think it'd be a little cool. Maybe have my little 5-year-old niece's picnic here. That'd be a cool thing too. So it'd be good. They got beach balls. They got stuff to play, man. It's a nice place. It's a nice little spacious area. I'm down for it.
All right. While the doors are open, let's get the fuck out of here. All right. Dr. Mark, thank you, man. Honestly, man, it was great. Guys, seeaghost.com, St. Louis Paranormal Research Society. Check it out, okay? This is Underground St. Louis signing off of this place. And I know I said we go deep all the time, but I don't want to go deep anymore. I want to get the hell out of here. Yeah, we're going to go up right now. So take care, guys. We're going out of here.